Jeff Bezos is rich enough to buy a Rolex every second, yet his watch collection might not be what you expect. First up, meet the understated hero of Jeff's wrist, the Ulysse Nardin Dual Time. A stainless steel travel watch he's worn for years. With an MSRP around $8,000, it's not exactly a Casio, but it's low-key for a senti billionaire. Bezos has been spotted time and again with this 42mm silver dull Ulysse Nardin on his arm. It's a sophisticated yet unflashy choice, a nod to fine horology without veering into look-at-me luxury. The Dual Time's charm lies in its practicality. It displays a second time zone, perfect for a globe-trotting CEO, and has a big date window, all in a design that whispers rather than shouts. Relatively low-key for a guy worth $240 billion, wrote one reporter from luxurylaunches.com. And that's exactly the point. Bezos isn't a known watch aficionado collecting dozens of models. He's identified one elegant, reliable timepiece and made it his uniform. In the corporate boardroom, sporting his trademark vest and this Ulysse Nardin, he exudes the confidence of someone who doesn't need gold or diamonds to prove anything. The richest man in the world wearing the same watch every day. That's Jeff Bezos for you. Consistency, practicality, and a dash of contrarian style. Now you almost know that Ulysse Nardin is a storied Swiss brand famed for marine chronometers. Bezos' dual time model features the UN 334 automatic movement and a 42-hour power reserve, blending tradition with tech, much like Bezos himself. If you look at his wrist during virtually any major milestone, you'll see that Ulysse Nardin ticking away. When Amazon went from garage startup to e-commerce empire, Bezos didn't swap watches to celebrate. The dual time was there as he rang in success. In 2019, unveiling Blue Origin's lunar lander, guess what peeked out from under his cuff? The very same Ulysse Nardin dual time. Even as he reached for the moon, literally, this trusty watch stayed along for the ride. Fast forward to 2021, Bezos announces he's stepping down as CEO of Amazon to focus on other ventures. Many expected a symbolic new watch to mark the moment, perhaps a platinum showpiece. Nope, he was still wearing the steel dual time he's worn for years. It's become a signature of his persona. Through board meetings, product launches, Whole Foods acquisitions, and even rocket unveilings, Bezos kept the same understated ticker on his wrist. This consistency tells us something. Jeff treats his watch like a tool, not a trophy. Each scratch and scuff on that Ulysse Nardin could probably tell a story. Late nights at Amazon HQ, hands-on moments with Blue Origin hardware. It's a quiet witness to his journey. In a world where many CEOs commemorate milestones with new luxury watches, Bezos did the opposite, making his one watch part of those milestones. Now, let's try an exercise. Imagine the year is 2030. Humanity lands on Mars and Bezos is there planting a flag. You half expect that glint of steel on his arm to be the same old dual time, still loyally ticking away. Wouldn't that be something? But back to the present, when Jeff Bezos decided to ride his own rocket, he finally shook up his wristwear. After decades of loyalty to Ulysse Nardin, Bezos reached for a legend. The Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch. It was a strategic and symbolic choice. The Omega Speedmaster Professional is the chronograph NASA astronauts wore to the moon, so it carries serious space pedigree. For a lifelong space geek like Bezos, strapping on the Moonwatch was like wearing a piece of Apollo history. In July 2021, as he prepared for Blue Origin's first crewed flight, Bezos swapped his usual business watch for this 42mm Omega Speedmaster Professional, around $6,000. Why? Perhaps a homage to the spacefarers who came before him, or maybe because it's just cool to wear the same model that Buzz Aldrin had on during Apollo 11. According to observers, Bezos went with the classic Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch for his flight. This model, with its black dial and tachymeter bezel, is a robust high-precision chronograph built originally for astronauts. By choosing it, Bezos signaled to the world and himself that he was about to join the pantheon of space explorers, if only for a 10-minute hop. It's as if he thought, if I'm going to space, I better wear the watch that's been to space. Thus, the Moonwatch became Bezos' mission-ready accessory, marking a rare departure from his routine and the beginning of an epic new chapter. Of course, Omega was more than happy to supply a Speedmaster for Bezos' trip. In fact, they generously provided the crew's watches as if Jeff couldn't afford them himself. Even billionaires appreciate a freebie, right? When Blue Origin's new Shepard rocket blasted off on July 2021, Jeff Bezos not only donned a blue flight suit and cowboy hat, He also sported his Omega Speedmaster in true astronaut style. In classic NASA fashion, he wore the Speedmaster over his spacesuit sleeve on a special Velcro strap. The crew, Bezos, his brother Mark, aviation legend Wally Funk, and student Oliver Damon, all lifted off wearing Omega Speedmaster moonwatches. Specifically, Bezos's was the modern reference 310.30 4.25001 moonwatch, featuring Omega's latest caliber 3861 movement and a Hesselite crystal. Space buffs love that old school acrylic. This was a full circle moment. The first watch worn on the moon joined the first crewed flight of Blue Origin. As the New Shepard rocket crossed the Kármán line into space, Bezos had a direct link to 60 years of space exploration history clinging to his wrist. Omega even customized the watch for the mission, affixing a grey Velcro strap emblazoned with a Blue Origin feather logo so it could securely wrap around the bulky flight suit. For those 10 minutes of weightlessness, Bezos floated in the capsule with a Speedmaster floating on his arm, a watch literally in its natural habitat. After touchdown, he was all smiles, cowboy hat still on, and on his wrist was the same gritty, dusty moonwatch, now a speed watch in its own right. It doesn't get more cinematic for a timepiece. This Omega went to space on Bezos' arm and lived to tell the time. Meanwhile, if you're enjoying this high-flying horology tour, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more witty takes on luxury life. We've got more incredible watch stories coming up, you won't want to miss them. Now, back to Bezos. But with a twist. Jeff's idea of a luxury watch is an $8,000 Ulysse Nardin. But his wife Lauren Sanchez is rocking a $290,000 Richard Mille on her wrist. Talk about contrast. Bezos famously keeps his style simple, often just his dual time and a few $200 rope bracelets, while Lauren drips in jewels and high fashion timepieces. Case in point, on a recent yacht outing in Ibiza, Lauren sported a Richard Mille RM 0701 Intergalactic Dark Knight full of diamonds, a gift from Jeff. Its price, roughly 37 times the value of Jeff's everyday watch. And Jeff's response to his bride's glittering $290,000 spaceship on her wrist, he's still over here wearing the same old steel Ulysse Nardin, smiling in a t-shirt and swim shorts. It's actually endearing. The world's fourth richest man lets his partner wear the cosmic watch while he stays down to earth. Often, Bezos sports the Ulysse Nardin dual time, priced at nearly $7,700. Meanwhile, his wife's Richard Mille is worth around $290,000, as another report we found online dryly noted. This dynamic duo proves that while Bezos spares no expense for loved ones, he's personally content with restraint. In the Bezos household, Lauren wears the horological crown, literally encrusted with diamonds, and Jeff wears the same trusty timekeeper and a big grin. Opposites attract, and their watches are Exhibit A. Now, unlike celebrity collectors who have a watch for every day of the month, Jeff Bezos keeps his collection tight. Insiders describe Bezos as an occasional watch collector who owns a few very nice but not extravagant timepieces. Emphasis on few. In fact, all the unconfirmed watches in Bezos' rotation can be counted in one hand, essentially the Ulysse Nardin dual time and the Omega Speedmaster, plus that special edition of the Speedmaster from his flight. And that's it. No drawer full of Rolexes, no Patek Philippe minute repeaters, no Audemars Piguet Royal Oaks lying around, at least not that we've ever seen. For one of the world's richest people, this minimalism is intriguing. It suggests Jeff buys a watch with a purpose in mind and sticks with it rather than accumulating trophies. Each piece in his slim collection has a role, one for everyday business and travel, one for the ultimate adventure of going to space. Even Bill Gates, with his $70 Casios, might raise an eyebrow at how few watches Bezos appears to own. Of course, it's possible Jeff has a secret safe with a couple more grails. He could afford anything, but there's zero evidence of a hidden hoard. What we do see is a man who found what he likes and doubled down on it. It's a capsule wardrobe approach to watches, high quality, versatile, and very personal. In an age where every billionaire seems to chase the next big ticket timepiece, Bezos' disciplined, almost Spartan take on collecting stands out. Less is more, and in Jeff's case, less is also quite elegant. And it begs the question, will Jeff Bezos ever go on a watch shopping spree? Thus far, he kept things modest. But could there be a horological extravagance in his future? Think about it, fellow moguls have indulged. Elon Musk has worn a $250,000 Richard Mille RM029 when he bothers to wear a watch at all. And Bernard Arnault flaunts rare Patek Philippe's that cost more than a Manhattan penthouse. Jeff certainly has access to the world's most exclusive watchmakers. Perhaps one day Blue Origin will land on the moon or Mars, and Bezos might commemorate that victory with a one-of-a-kind timepiece, say a custom-made Omega Speedmaster in lunar titanium or a Patek Philippe Grand Complication with a Blue Origin rocket engraved on the back. So far, this is pure speculation. There's no sign Bezos craves a gem-encrusted Richard Mille or a $1 million Grandmaster chime. His style DNA has been pretty consistent, understated and functional. And as we've seen, he prefers to spend on experiences like spaceflight or on loved ones rather than on bling for himself. If anything, he might commission something quirky and meaningful, perhaps a watch made from materials that flew on a Blue Origin mission, or incorporating a piece of the Amazon HQ wooden doors throwback to his desk days. Or maybe he'll stay the course and never deviate from his beloved view. Bezos' watch future is a blank slate, which in a way is exciting. For a man who's planning to colonize space and extend human longevity, picking out a new watch might seem trivial, but who knows? The next time we see Jeff at a public event, we'll all be sneaking a peek at his wrist, just in case a new horological toy appears. Until then, the safe bet is that Bezos will remain the guy with two watches, one for Earth and one for space, and zero interest in the typical billionaire wrist race. Now, if you're itching for more star-studded watch drama, we've got you covered. Up next, don't miss our video on P. Diddy's watch collection.